What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Thursday College Football Tailgate Pick Show. We're picking today's games. We're picking Thursday's games, everybody. Right before you got to go watch the games, you got to get your bets in, and you got to listen to the boys of the garage. Me, XFL Jim, joined by, of course, the hero of Week 0. It is Chase, Lupine Fiasco Sesums.
Hello. What's up, man? It's had a good start last week. I'm hoping that continues. More than likely at Crater, though. We'll see.
Also joined by the one and the only, the impeccable Uncle Rico. What is up, Erik?
Nothing. What's going on, boys?
Ready for? I'm okay. I'm ready. I'm finally ready. My team plays today. Nebraska plays. I'm ready to be let down again. I'm ready for disappointment. I have all the hype built up. I have it all within me. I am ready to get hurt again.
I will just say I already bet CMU plus 14.5 for tomorrow night against Michigan.
Erik, I bet a money line.
Hey, you know what? That's possible.
That's sexy.
Do we want? So there's a small slate of games. We'll just go through everything real quick and only talk about the ones we actually have action on. Kent State UCF is first on the board. Anybody got anything in this game?
I was feeling froggy, but I never leapt. 35.5, that's a huge number for UCF. I mean, I think they're definitely a more talented team, but scheduling a MAC team is always scheduling MAC, Sun Belt, Mountain West always seems dangerous to these kind of huge spreads.
What I'm looking to do in this game is look how it is at halftime and then look to take Kent State for the second half just because UCF will probably just rest everybody. Their quarterback has a history of injuries, and they're very thin behind them. So that's kind of my game plan going into this game.
My game plan in the game was also playing a half. I played UCF minus 21.5 first half. That was my play.
I like it.
I think they come out big. I don't think Kent State can defend them. St. Francis, Western Michigan, couldn't find any lines. You guys got anything on the game? I mean, chasing me, directional Mich. We want Western Michigan to just kick the shit out of them.
Yeah, minus 13.5 for Western Mich at minus 115 is what I'm seeing. A meat and potatoes minus 115. I don't know. I mean, of course, we love our directional Mich. I think Western Mich will win, but I mean, we agreed that's the weakest of the directional Miches.
They can win, but can they win with margin? Do not think so. Do not believe.
Dude, I love that saying, Jim. I'm so proud you're finally.
You got me on it, Erik. You got me on it so hard.
That is dope. I'm going to pick that up too, quite honestly.
Rhode Island, Georgia State, nothing for me.
It's a big pass.
Elon, Wake Forest. I might dabble on a Wake Forest team total, but I'm probably not going to play it at all.
Yeah, I mean, this one does feel a little bit safe with the 31.5, but I don't want to go down riding a 31.5 point favorite at minus 115. That just feels like a fool's errand.
That's week 1 Saturday. That's week 1 Saturday business right there. NC State, there's one more 6 o'clock game that I forget because it's on a different part. Oh, it's at 7. Never mind. NC State, UConn, boys. UConn, 14.5 point home dog. Oh, total is set at 47.5. I think we all have a play in this game.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, we'll start with Erik, and then we'll go counterclockwise.
I took UConn plus 14.5. Look, I know Armstrong is transferring in for NC State, and everyone's making a big thing about that, him reconnecting with his former OC. But we have to look at NC State's defense. They're only returning 5, and they really struggled last year defending the explosive plays in the running game and the passing game. I think that's going to continue with the production that they have returning. Fajano, who was the starter at Maine for UConn's OC, looked explosive in the games he played against other D1 schools. I think anything over 14 is a buy. I got 14.5. I just don't think NC State's defense is going to be able to generate enough stops. And I think that UConn's offensive line is going to win the point of attack and give the quarterback time to work.
Chase, what do you got in this game?
I'm right there with Uncle Rico in lockstep here. I'm UConn plus 14.5. Outside of the very good points that Uncle Rico mentions, I mean, let's consider what Jim Mora was able to do with UConn last year. And he's actually got a UConn with a little bit of momentum, made a bowl game last year. I don't think that UConn is by any means a basement dweller. And I think they're primed to have a fairly decent season. I mean, I have a hard time seeing them going down to wherever, or, beating NC State, but I can easily see them covering a 15 points.
Lockstep. This is a triple with everybody. We're all keyed in on UConn plus 14.5 for the exact same reasons both Erik and Chase said. For the reason Erik said as well, that I love the Brendan Armstrong reconnect. I love Brendan Armstrong. Loved him at Virginia. I love him here. I'm also playing the over 46.5 in this game for that reason. I think offense will be the key factor of why NC State wins. I think it'll be a surprisingly close game, and I think that's going to make the ones have to stay out there. Give me the over and UConn plus 14.5 in this match up. Up next, we have, Florida, Utah. Anything for you boys in Florida, Utah?
I'm going to be looking at Utah live. I'm going to be looking at Utah live just because this number's been going down, obviously, with the news that Utah's quarterback's probably not going to play, but it started to tick up a little bit. I was hoping to see like a 3. If I can get a 3 live, I'm going to be taking Utah just because I don't think Florida's going to be able to stop their rushing game. And this Utah defense is legit.
It's very much legit. I am playing. Oh, go ahead, Chase.
You please.
I'm playing the under in this game just because of the Utah quarterback situation, and like Erik said, I don't believe in Florida's offense. I believe Florida is going to be just a very run the football kind of team this year, and I don't expect a lot of points in Florida's games. I'm going to play the under in this matchup today.
Yeah. So no Anthony Richardson in Florida, which you can make an argument that that's maybe not that big of a deal. If Cam Rising plays, then I absolutely love my play here. If not, I'm a little bit about it. But I managed to lock in Utah minus 5.5 and got him at minus 105. It actually ticked to minus 110 now, so it looks like people are jumping on it with me. I don't have a lot of faith in this Florida team. If they had SEC officiating in the Swamp, then, I mean, I'd probably be on Florida to cover here. But honestly, I mean, this is a incredibly talented team with, if he plays a 30-year-old quarterback, which is rare to get outside of BYU in the state of Utah. And I think they easily handle business. I mean, this team sometimes has a way of slipping up early, but I think they're going to be players even into the college football playoff, and you can't get there without winning the first one.
I'm on the over. Utah's over for the season. So, I mean, I think they win this game. I'll kind of wait. Maybe I'll play him first half, but I have nothing as of right now. The one I was looking at, maybe to do a prize picks with one of their running backs and pair it with the Minnesota quarterback.
Ooh. North Carolina A&T, UAB, I assume nothing.
Godspeed
to favorites.
Trent Dilfer's coaching debut.
Yeah, the DILF.
Godspeed to the DILF is really all I got.
Arkansas, Pine Bluff, Tulsa. Tulsa's a 40-point favorite in this game.
I mean, Arkansas, Pine Bluff, UAPB is bad. Don't get me wrong. Bad. I don't think Tulsa's that great though. I'm not playing it. If I were, I'd be all over UAPB here.
Same. South Dakota, Missouri. Missouri minus 27. I don't know if Missouri should be 27-point favorites to anybody.
I don't either.
So that one is a maybe still for me. I have it like in the chamber. I just don't know if I'm going to pull the trigger yet on that.
Yeah,
all the lingo today, dude.
I'm lingoed up, Erik. It's been a very lingo heavy day. I was lingoing all day at work. Nebraska, Minnesota, the $5 bits of broken chair trophy game. Minnesota 7.5-point favorite. The total set at 42.5. Do we all three have a play in this game too?
I have a play.
Erik, what's your play?
I went with the Greek missile. Over 179.5 yards passing. I'm really worried about Nebraska's back four. I mean, if you guys click on their safeties, saying they have limited playing experience is a compliment. These guys are very limited. I think they're going to be able to get exploited. When you kind of look at Minnesota's wide receivers and see their advanced stats, they're pretty explosive. I think they're going to be able to take advantage of Nebraska's secondary. I am a little worried about no snow. There's no snow as DC. You got Tony White coming in from Syracuse. The Greek missile faced Syracuse in the bowl game, and he looked pretty good. This is the second time him seeing this defense. I think he's going to be able to throw easily over 179 and a half yards with the advantage that the wide receivers are going to have going against these DBs. So I'll take him over 179 and a half yards passing.
Erik, I agree completely. I think Nebraska's defense is going to be the weak point of the team this year, which sucks. For the last couple of years, it's been the best part of the feed to watch. Chase, what do you got in this game?
So I don't know if I was doing this to please you or make money, but either way, I'm on it. I'm taking Nebraska on the money line. I got them locked in at plus 275, and I'm also going to use them plus 7.5 in a parlay that I put together. That's also got my UConn plus 14.5 play, and then the play I'll give you a little bit later for actually, you know what? I'm already there. We've already given them all. So I'm using my Utah minus 5.5. I'm going UConn plus 14.5 and Nebraska plus 7.5 to parlay. On the money line, though, straight up, if you're looking at Matt Rule's first year records after he takes over these college coaching positions, don't be shook by it. The reason being, like, he was inheriting some really bad teams or teams in just program turmoil, and I think he inherits a lot more. And I also think that the use of the transfer portal is a little bit more important than it was in whenever he was starting off at Baylor. Pretty much, I don't think it had the same rules in Temple. So I think that Matt Rule shows out. I expect him to have a decent season. Minnesota lost a lot in terms of the run game, and I mean, if they're able to light up this back four, then I probably look like a fool. But also, I mean, if they don't, then I think Nebraska's in it with a fighting chance to win.
I think this is going to be an offensive game. I like Nebraska's offense. I like a lot of the guys we brought in. I'm actually going to be on the over in this game because of I like Nebraska's offense, and B, I am just going to be fading our defense until they prove it to me. Minnesota, I just trust Fleck's coaching ability. I trust them to have guys at least partially ready. I'm also on Nebraska plus the 7.5 because in my mind, I don't believe that there are almost any Big Ten West matchups sans Northwestern that should be over a touchdown. I just don't believe that division isn't going to be extremely competitive with how weird and bad a lot of the teams are. And I sprinkled a little bit on Nebraska money line because, god damn it, if I'm anything, I am a homer. So what this should tell everybody is probably to fade Nebraska today because no matter which way I bet, if I fade Nebraska, they dominate. If I bet on Nebraska, they lose by a bajillion. I don't know. I hope this is the change that I've needed in my life. But all I know is I'm ready to be hurt again. I can't get that enough.
I didn't mean to interrupt you. I'm looking at Prize Picks right now, and I've never seen this before in my life. Mr. Graham Mertz. Guess what his over-under is on rushing yards?
1.5. 20.
Sacks come off of the rushing total in college, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, it's mind-blowing to me. My mind is fucking mind-blown right now.
What is it?
Negative 2.5. I have never seen a fucking negative total in my life on Prize Picks.
Man,
that's pretty good.
That's intense. I'm not sure if ontological shock. I wasn't ready to hear that.
I mean, I am fucking, I don't mean to swear, flabbergasted right now on what I'm seeing. Negative 2.5.
That's
intense.
Negative 2.5 is crazy.
I mean, talk about no respect, dude.
When you think about it, though, is the thing.
Can you imagine you're just here sweating out the negative 2.5?
Just needing Graham Mertz to get hit a couple more times to lock that in.
Just sweating out negative 2.5, dude. Jeez, dude. Just grinding here.
You know what? I would take that. I'd take the under.
You're gonna take under -2.5.
I'd take the under. He's gonna get sacked a bajillion times.
I just locked in a prize pick. Okay, so I'm gonna give this out to you just because.
Yeah, do it.
My prize pick is I'm going the Greek missile more than over 179.5 passing yards, and Big Mitch Bernard over 46.5 yards rushing.
Erik, so I have some stats for you. Just talk about, since you were talking about Mertz, not stats, but like someone's opinion that I know you value greatly. Joel Klatt did a little bit of ranking.
He has me blocked, so I can't see.
According to Joel Klatt, Graham Mertz is a top 10 quarterback in college football this year.
What changed? Like steroids? I don't know how you explain that.
I have the list. The whole list right here is Graham Mertz, Cade Klubnik, Spencer Rattler, Jordan Travis, Bo Nix, Jaden Daniels, Michael Penix, Drake May, Caleb Williams. JJ McCarthy's is number 1.
I mean, for what it's worth, I think Drake May is going to be the best pro quarterback.
Probably. Graham Mertz top 10. Graham Mertz top 10. I just want to look at
I did find I've decided dabbling in these player props is going to be kind of fun. I did just find one that I think is pretty interesting, and I jumped on it. Jeff Sims over half a rushing touchdown plus 180. Consider right now that they're also offering Jeff Sims anytime touchdown at plus 160.
He's not the biggest run quarterback.
I mean, he also ran for 492 yards and 6 touchdowns at Georgia Tech the year before, 372 and 4 on 120 carries at Georgia Tech. I know this isn't Georgia Tech, but still, I mean, you have to consider him a threat at the goal line to pull it and run, right?
What'd you get that at, Chase?
I got it at plus 180.
Ooh.
Chase, I have to say, I really like the way you say it over there when you're making a presentation.
How did I say it? What did I do? I don't.
Over. You like really, you really drew me in.
That's how I let our clients know that I'm onto something special and hush hush.
I found one I like. Over, and you leaned in and everything. It was a good presentation, dude.
Thank you. I do my best.
I don't want Arizona State to feel bad. There's one game later tonight, Southern Utah, Arizona State, where they're a 35-point favorite. Anybody doing anything in that game at all?
I did nothing.
Yeah. Also a big nothing burger from me.
Yeah, same.
So, who knows? Maybe Utah State, just because Arizona State is going through so much crap in the post-Herm era, which it's so funny to watch them report on recruiting violations about Herm Edwards when you know that Herm Edwards is standing like 15 feet away.
Herm Edwards. All right, let's look at
God. One sec, guys. Okay, so Nebraska for me, I'm looking at first touchdown props now.
Yep.
I'm gonna go Ramir Johnson, first touchdown, plus 1,600.
Is Reading playing? Because this line's all the way up to minus 6.5 now.
Which one? The Utah one?
Yeah. This line has just been all over the place.
Let's see what Cam Rising's status is. We're looking it up live, folks. He's listed as doubtful still.
Because this was 4.5 in the AM.
Just no faith for Florida right now, it seems. Even if Cam Rising isn't playing, I even check.
He's probably not playing. It looks like he's probably not playing.
Okay, you know what I want to lock in? I may have one late ad. I'm sorry to do this. I'm sorry, bud.
We'll allow it, Erik. We'll allow it.
I'm gonna look. I want to find a touchdown prop for a Minnesota wide receiver. What are you guys seeing there?
A touchdown prop for Minnesota, right? Like anytime touchdown?
Anytime touchdown.
Let's see. I just see first touchdown. Oh, we have a question, by the way. Aranara asks, what was your most paranormal situation?
What?
Guys, what was your most paranormal situation?
I had a fucked up one, but you guys can go. I don't know.
My most paranormal. I remember as a child in my parents' home seeing I guess what you would consider a shadow person. I have a feeling if you're asking what your people's most paranormal situations are, you're aware of shadow people, which might either be a ghost or interdimensional being. I also, as a child, saw a deflated soccer ball and was certain it was an alien's head. So take what I just said with a grain of salt as to its validity.
It could be an alien, Chase. You still don't know.
No, I knew.
Erik, you're looking for receivers from Minnesota anytime touchdown?
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for right now. I'm looking for any.
Ottman Bell's plus 175.
That's it?
Well, he's like their main dude. I don't know who they really have besides him. He is questionable, though, so I probably wouldn't play him.
What is Wright? Wright or Jackson?
Let's see. Let's see.
No, what's Crooms?
225.
Crooms is 225?
Yeah, anytime touchdown.
Maybe I'll go Crooms. You know what? I think I'm going to throw a little cheddar on Crooms. I was in a hotel room in St. Louis, and I woke up fully tucked into the bed.
That's spooky.
That's fucked up.
St. Louis
means
is
you have a bellhop who takes his job very seriously. He wasn't just putting a mint under the pillow. He was tucking Uncle Rico into them sheets.
I mean, literally woke up tucked in. Freaked me the fuck out.
I woke up in a bush in Mexico. And then I had gone to bed in my bed and woke up in a bush. I must have done a little sleepwalking. But it scared the shit out of me, and I thought I saw something in outside the bush.
Did you go to bed in the United States and woke up in Mexico?
No, I did not. I went to bed in Mexico.
That's all right. That just sounds like a good time in Mexico. Not necessarily.
It was spooky, but it was fun. It was spooky fun. Guys.
Okay.
No, go ahead. You had something, Chase?
Yeah. So Eureka Springs, Arkansas, there's this hotel called the Crescent. It's one of those notably haunted places that show up on the Travel Channel shows and stuff. And I was there at some people I didn't know's wedding with my ex-girlfriend who was a waitress. Therefore, there's definitely cocaine there. And yeah.
Missing
so
part
imagine how it feels, doing cocaine off of a Taco Bell tray that the person with cocaine had brought with them, and then walking out of the door right into a ghost tour. That was and the ghost in this room was a lady who hung herself in 1910, and it's hey guys, see you later.
Jesus, dude.
Good to know for later.
Good talk, guys. Good talk.
Favorite play / game you're looking forward to the most tonight?
I honestly think it's got to be Minnesota, Nebraska, because a little bit of a Forrest Gump box of chocolate situation. We don't necessarily know what we got to get, but if I'm right, then I'm paid. So there we go.
I don't know. I never know what to expect. Week 1's always a giant heart attack for me.
I'm just looking forward to seeing you tomorrow beating Michigan State and the clock can start ticking on Mel. That's all I'm looking forward to.
Attaboy, Erik. Attaboy. Thank you all for watching. Thanks for checking us out. We'll see you guys Saturday morning bright and early for another College Football Tailgate Pick Show. Bye!